Khaleej Training, the Kingdom's training house. Government programs, English academies, and outsourcing, listed as 4290. In 2025, revenue crossed 1.2 billion riyals for the first time. Net income came to just 15 million. The demand is national. The profit is stuck in receivables and interest. The plan frees it. This is the complete CFO and business report. 3 signals stand out. First, the top line keeps delivering 5 straight growth years, past 1.2 billion riyals. Second, receivables hold the profit hostage. 522 million sits with clients. 156 days of sales. Third, interest ate the year. 83 million of finance cost against 64 million of operating profit. The plan runs 6 actions on one road. A collections war room, debt refinanced and termed out. Schools grown asset light. Outsourcing diversify. A credentialed digital platform. And subscale academies pruned. Sequenced from 2026 to 2030. Each action has a gate before the next. The SWOT is honest. The strengths: a national training franchise with government and corporate clients. The weak points: coverage below 1 and equity eroded by past provisions. The opportunities: Vision 2030 programs, subsidized reskilling, and digital margins. The threats: renewals, wage inflation, and floating rates. Michael Porter's 5 forces drawn on training services. Buyer power is high. Ministries and corporates dictate terms and timing. Supplier power is the trainer bench and franchise curricula. New entrants face credential walls. Substitutes press from e-learning platforms. Rivalry is won on credentials, price, and delivery record. The model is a delivery machine. Contracts from ministries, the development fund, and corporates. Delivery through trainers, centers, and platforms. Then the brand link. Khaleej Training the Kingdom since 1993. Government work is the scale engine. Consumer learning is the brand lane. Digital and testing are the margin lane. 4 pillars carry the operational plan. The people pillar: trainer bench strength, utilization, and contract margin incentives. The technology pillar: workforce management and assessment platforms. The infrastructure pillar: asset-light centers and prune academies. And the digital core: a credentialed platform, client portals, and collections dashboards. Every risk carries a probability, an impact, and a named owner. The interest burden is high and owned by Treasury and the CFO. Government receivables at 156 days are owned by the collections war room. Contract renewals are owned by business-to-business sales. That is deliberate. Governance keeps the plan honest. The board sets risk appetite and watches the register. The audit and risk committee owns controls and capex stage gates. Management delivers a monthly KPI pack, a quarterly board review, and an annual plan refresh. The context is Saudi. The Human Capability Program buys skills at national scale. The Development Fund subsidizes reskilling. And every Saudization quota creates training demand. Against that, government payment terms set a slow cash rhythm. E-learning undercuts the classroom, and 571 million riyals floats with policy rates. The offer, drawn line by line. Government training programs. English learning with direct English. Tech academies under New Horizons. Testing and assessment centers. Outsourced contact centers. The Alwieta schools. University preparatory years. And digital course libraries. One house, many classrooms. Peer comparison at live market caps. Now the education contrast. Khaleej books nearly double NCLE's revenue and earns 1/10 of the profit. 1.2% net margin against 24.4%. Owned schools with prompt payers beat contracts with slow ones. The plan attacks exactly that gap. Valuation, with every assumption on screen. Risk-free, 4.45. Saudi equity premium, 5.01. Adjusted beta, 0.63. The WACC lands at 6.6%. The plan discounts to 6 riyals per share. The market says 14.17. Read the grid, not one number. No buy, sell, or hold verdict, ever. 5 catalysts to watch. Collections land in 2026, freeing 150 million riyals. The debt stack terms out and cover rebuilds. Digital margin scales through 2028. Renewals compound the contract book. And by 2030, earnings finally arrive. One grid, 10 years. Actuals in green, plan in blue. Revenue climbs from 844 million to a planned 1,584 million reals. Earnings per share builds toward 1.97. No dividend is modeled. Deleveraging comes first. Labeled illustrative on every panel. 5 years in one picture. Revenue climbed every single year, from 844 million to 1.2 billion. The margin line never followed, swinging through provisions and one-offs to just 1.2%. The share halved to within a whisker of its low. The market prices the debt. The plan prices the demand. 2 pictures explain the squeeze. The bridge shows the one-off year flattering the base, and cost growth taking 91 million reals before interest took the rest. And the cash picture holds the hope, 105 million of operating cash. It belongs to the banks until the receivables come home. The transformation map is a road. 2026, the collections war room. 2027, debt termed out. 2028, digital margin scales. 2029, renewals compound. 2030, earnings arrive. 1 road, 5 gates. 9 numbers hold the budget up. Growth of 5 to 6% a year. Gross margin walking from 20.5 to 23.5%. Capital spending at 3% of revenue, easing to 2.6. Zakat and tax near 10%. And a payout near 0%. The balanced scorecard makes it accountable. Days sales outstanding, 110 by 2027, owned by the war room. Interest cover, 2 times by 2028, owned by Treasury. Digital revenue share, 20% by 2029, owned by digital learning. Every target has a cadence and a name. The 5-year plan, in numbers, revenue builds from 1,279 million to 1,584 million reals. EBITDA recovers to 18%. Earnings per share reaches 1.97. No dividend is modeled. Deleveraging first. All of it labeled illustrative, not guidance. The master budget allocates 2027, month by month. Contract season leads this year. Government and academic renewals land September to November. January restarts budgets. Ramadan slows classrooms, while digital keeps earning. 12 months waited the way the contract calendar signs. 3 final charts close the budget. The contract quarter carries the phasing of every 100 halalas of budget. Cost of goods takes 78, and EBITDA keeps 15. Firm cash compounds to 190 million reals across the plan. The complete Khaleej training report is live at cfoinb.com. That is, CFOINB.